Good morning, everybody. Brooke here. We're ready for a morning Pilates routine. We're going to do about 45 minutes today. A little bit of equipment. If you have it at home, we're just going to use a resistance loop today. Everything else is going to be without equipment. So if you do happen to have a loop at home, go ahead and grab it. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So we'll start standing at the end of your mat. Just have a look at your feet. Feet should be hip width apart with your toes and heels in a line. Slightly rock forward and back from the balls of feet to your heels and settle somewhere in the middle. Start reaching through the top of the head, start scooping the abdominals in and engaging the muscles of your legs. So just the kneecap slightly, lifting the glutes up the backs of the legs, and then take a deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. As you breathe out, come up onto your toes, just finding your balance. And reach through the fingertips as you take your arms out to the side and all the way back down to your legs. Drop your chin to your chest. Round your spine and roll down over your legs. Just hanging there for a moment. Nod your head yes. And then shake the head no. And then do a little sway side to side. Just swing the arms left and right. Good. Come back to the center. Bend the knees. Get your hands down to the mat and start walking forward. Coming out into a plank. Breathing out as you come forward. And lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back, zip the core in tight, and drop your right knee down. Breathe out, lift it back up. Drop your left knee down. Exhale, lift. Right knee down, and lift. Left knee down, and lift. Then take your left knee out to your shoulder, and back. Right knee out to your shoulder, and back. Two more. Turn the knee out, and back. Back to the center. Now drop both knees down, and up. Three more, and lift. Shoulders stay over the hands throughout. Last one, and hold your plank for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips all the way up. Press into your heels. Hold your stretch here for a big breath in. And then breathe out. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Check that your feet are still parallel, still hip width apart. Bend the knees around your spine and articulate your spine, rolling all the way back up. Shoulders on top of the ribs, head on top of the shoulders. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. And exhale, come up into your bounce and hold here. And just button your ribs slightly towards your hips. Draw the belly button a little tighter and turn your shoulders to the left while keeping the hips facing the front. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, turn the shoulders to the right without turning the hips. Try to twist as far as you can. Breathe in as you come back to the front. Then breathe out one more time each way. Shoulders to the left, hips stay facing forward. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, shoulders to the right as the hips stay facing forward. Inhale, back to this front. And then reach your arms out to your side. Drop your heels down to the mat. Chin to chest, round the spine, and roll all the way down. Now we're going to hang here for a moment. I'm going to breathe in. As you breathe out, bend your knees and rest your chest on top of your knees like you're in a really low squat. Place your hands on the mat and then try to straighten the legs out as best you can. Good. One more time. Bend your knees. Rest your chest on top of the knees. The hips really low. Then breathe out. Straighten the legs all the way out. One more time. Knees bend into low squat. Hands on the mat. And try to keep the hands down as we straighten the legs up. And then just bend the knees. Walk the hands forward. Breathing out as you come forward. And we're going to hold here. So lift your head, shoulders down away from the ears, hips in line with your shoulders. Tap your right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Just alternate sides, right and left. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Tap the feet out and in. Alternating sides for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come back to the center. High plank. Just hold here. Point your left toe. Lift it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the left toes. Point the right. Up and down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the right toes. Lift your hips up. Press into your heels. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Drop your chin. Bend your knees. Round your spine. Articulate. Restacking. Just stretching your back as you come all the way back to standing. Shoulders and head up last. Now we're going to flip your palms out. Turn the palms out to the side walls. Thumbs point to the wall behind you. And then reach your arms behind, up over your head. And really stretch through those fingertips as you take the arms down in front of you. Again, turn the palms out, lead with your pinkies as you reach the arms up in front of you. Take a big breath in as they go overhead and just sweep them all the way down behind. Let's go one more time each way. Turn the palms out, lead with the thumbs as the arms reach behind, and then stretch in front of you. Turn the palms out as you lead with the pinkies, arms go up in front, over your head, and really open the chest as you reach the arms behind. And just kind of circle your shoulders 2 times back and 2 times forward. Drop your chin to your chest, round the spine, rolling all the way down. For our final plank variation, bend the knees, walk your hands forward out to the end of your mat. Lift your head, slide the shoulders down the back. We're going to come into some push-ups. Elbows down, pull your elbows tight to the ribs. Exhale, press the mat away. Feel free to modify by dropping the knees down. Breathe in and out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Up and hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower your knees. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms. Stretch out your back. Good. Now flip yourself over. Coming onto your back. I want you to lift your toes right up to the ceiling. Just get another stretch through the hamstrings. Move your ankles around, just circling the feet. Good. And point your toes. Take your hands behind your head. Lift your shoulders up. Scoop the belly button in, and we're lower the left leg down. Breathe out. Lift it back up. Lower your right leg, lengthening through the toes. The leg goes down towards the mat. Exhale, lift back up. One more time, each leg, lengthening through the toe as you lower the leg down. Exhale, lift it back up. Other side, down and up. Now scissor both legs, right and left, right. Good. No movement through the upper body. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both legs back up to the ceiling. Scoop the belly button in. Lift the shoulders a touch higher. And then turn the torso as you drop one leg and switch. Again, scissor the leg. Staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take both toes up to the ceiling, then drop your shoulders and hug your knees into your chest. Now reach your arms overhead. Extend your legs out long, stretching right through the middle of the mat. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, lift the hands, lift the head, peel your spine up, stretch forward. Breathe in, articulate into a straight back, shoulders and head come up last. Exhale, round the spine, scoop the abdominals, roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, arms reach behind, and exhale, curl up. Stretch forward. Inhale, straighten the back, shoulders down. Exhale, rolling down again. Inhale. Now with your next exhale, sweep your arms around your side, pull your knees into your chest. Lift the arms, lift the toes, then breathe out. Roll everything back down to the mat. Inhale to hold. Exhale, sweeping around, knees into the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Lift everything up into a teaser pose, and then breathe out. Control back down to the mat. Let's aim for 2 more. Big breath in to hold. Exhale, let's see if you can come straight up into your teaser. Click the shoulders back, lift the chin, lift the chest. Breathe out as you roll back down to the mat. Last one. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift up. Hold it here. Now, extra challenge if anyone wants to try. Lower the legs down and up. Breathe in and out. For 3, modification. Bend the knees, just tap the toes. 2, lift. Last one, lift. And then lower everything down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a big breath in and let it go. Good. Lift your knees up to tabletop. Take your hands off the edges of the mat. Arms wider than your mat. Really sink your shoulders down and drop both knees down to the right as you turn your head to the left. Breathe out, knees back to the midline. Turn the knees to the left as your head drops to the right. Now keep your knees together, keep your feet lifted. Try to look at your toes as they come through that center line. Inhale down, exhale up. Good, last one, breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. Now hold here. Take your hands to your abdominals, thumbs at the base of your rib cage. Kind of sink the ribs down. Draw the belly button in. Big pelvic floor lift. And we're going to exhale. Extend your right leg long. Keep your left knee bent. Now lower the legs without losing your neutral spine, without bulging up into your hands. Those abdominals lifting up to keep everything scooped. Lift that leg back up. Breathe in, draw your knees back to your tabletop. Breathe out, send your left leg long. Keep your hands resting across your abdominals. Keep the abdominals shrinking away from the hands as you lower the legs down. Breathe out, lift them back up. Breathe in, pull the knee in. Changing sides again. Right leg long, core strong. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale, drag that right knee in. Exhale, send the left leg long. Inhale, lower the legs. Keep the shape of the legs. Exhale, connect the abdominals down to that spine. Inhale, come back to your tabletop. One more time each side. Exhale, extend the right leg. Keep the belly button scooped in as you lower the legs down. Breathe out. Lift them back up. Inhale, draw the right knee in. Exhale, send your left leg long. Head and shoulders stay down on the mat throughout this one. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, lift. Inhale, draw the knees back in towards the chest. Now take your hands behind your head. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. Look towards those thighs. Scoop the belly button in. Lift the pelvic floor. And turn the torso as you reach one leg long. Connect the elbow to the opposite knee. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the shoulders down. Hug the knees in. Now I want you to lift your toes up to the ceiling. Hold the backs of the legs for a moment. And then lift your hands up to the ceiling. So fingertips pointing straight up, toes pointing straight up. We're going to work the opposite arm and leg and just drop them out to the side, like the pages of a book. Breathe out, pull that hand and leg back to your center line. Left arm, right leg, switch side, out and back. Try to keep your pelvis and your shoulders perfectly still as the arms and legs sweep out to the side. Let me just turn so you can see exactly what's happening here. Breathing out. And in and out. Try to keep the hand and foot locked in place, the ones that aren't moving, as the other two sweep out as far as you can. No movement through the pelvis, no movement through the shoulders. Out and back. Come back into that starting position. And now we're just going to do right arm, left leg, dropping down to the mat. Exhale, lift them back up. Try to maintain your neutral spine. Left arm, right leg down. Exhale, lift. 3 more, down and up. Hand stays over the shoulder, foot stays over the hip. Good, 1 more, down and back. And then just hug your knees into your chest. Add a little bit of movement side to side, just stretching out any tension through the lower back. And then extend your legs all the way out. Good, we're gonna cross the right leg over the left. Reach from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Scoop the abdominals in, lift your pelvic floor. Take your hands behind your head and then breathe out. Curl your shoulders up. Point your toes. Really stretch the legs long. Scoop the belly button in. Inhale, lower the head and shoulders. Exhale, lift and lower. Stay here for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Draw the belly button in a little tighter. Elbows a little wider. Little crunch to the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Lift your right knee up to tabletop. Crunch towards your knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Knee to chest. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the shoulders high. 2 and 1. Hold. Now hover your left leg up. Flex and point for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drop the left leg down now. Knee and chest both crunching in towards each other for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Breathe in. Extend your arms overhead. Get a nice stretch through the rib cage. Just lifting the ribs up off the mat. And then sink the ribs back down. Cross your left leg over the right. Point your toes. Really stretch your legs. Hands behind the head. Button your ribs to hips. Draw your belly button in. Pelvic floor engaged. Curl the head and toes up and down. Lift and lower. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3. Again, try to deepen that abdominal connection. Each time the shoulders go up, hold this last one again. Scoop the belly button. Little pulses up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Lengthen through the toes. Keep your legs active. 2 and 1. Lift your left knee up to tabletop. Crunch towards your knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Knee to chest. 8, 7. The abdominals should be burning. 5,
4, 3, 2, and freeze. Now hover your right leg up. Keep your lower back close to the floor. Flex and point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Last at chest to knee to chest. Everything crunching together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the chest, stretch your leg, lift the rib cage, big inhale. Good, and exhale, just let everything go. And I'm gonna roll you up. You're gonna lift the hands, lift the head, peel your spine up, wrap around over your legs, and just hold your stretch here for a moment. And then sit up nice and tall, pick up your loop. I'm gonna wrap the loop around your feet. So go right up just over your knees and come all the way down onto your back. I want your toes off the edges of the mat and your heels on the mat. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. Now press your lower back down into the mat, just imprinting that spine. Scoop the abdominals in, add a big pelvic floor lift, knees pressing wide out into the band. Take a deep breath in, expand the rib cage out like an umbrella. And then as you close your umbrella, take your hands along your sides and start peeling your spine one vertebra at a time up off the mat. Good, then again, just walk your hands a little closer to your feet, press your knees a little wider out into the band, drop the hips down and up. Breathe in and out. Stay there for 6. Try to get the hips above that line that runs between your knees and your shoulders. So really get them as high as you can. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up. Now narrow the waist, pulse your knees out to the side, stretching that loop. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Let the hips to touch higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come back. Go down, up, pulse, pulse, double pulse. Down, up, stretch, stretch. Down, up, press out to the sides. Low, high, press, press. 4 more. Out and out. 3, lift, pulse, pulse. 2, lift, out and out. Last 1. Pulse twice with the knees. Hold the next one up. Lift your right hip up. Squeeze lift your left hip up. Squeeze the left glute. Pivot the pelvis right to left for 8. Keep your knees stretching out into that loop. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now level the pelvis. Breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you. And then breathe out, melt your spine down one vertebra at a time. Good. Take your hands back along your sides once the tailbone has come down to the mat. Second set, we're going to come up onto our tiptoes. Toes are on the mat, but right at the edges of the mat. Again, you should be able to touch your heels with your hands. So feet close into your body. Stretch the knees wide. Press your lower back down. Scoop the abdominals in. Hold your scoot. Hold your imprint for a big breath in. Again, expanding to the sides of the rib cage. And then as you breathe out, peel the spine all the way up one vertebra at a time. Think about rib to hip connection, just zipping the core a little tighter. Walk your hands close to the feet. You go down and up, full range of motion, low to high. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Big lifts each time. Last one, hold it up, pulse the knees out. 8, 7, 6, 5, hips stay high. 3, 2, one more set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Narrow the waist, lift the hips a touch higher. Now we're going to do our combination. Down, up, pulse, pulse. Down, up, knees to the side. Down, up, double pulse. Down, lift, pulse, pulse. 4 more. Squeeze, lift, lift. Down, up, out, and out. Last 2, lift, press out. And 1, lift, double press out. Hold. Hips a touch higher, knees a touch wider. Lift your right hip. Lift your left, squeeze the right glute, squeeze the left, pivot the pelvis. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try to narrow the waist as you do it. 3, 2, 1. Square the hips. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And exhale, melt your spine all the way down. Wrap your hands around your knees, hug your knees into your chest. A little bit of movement side to side. Good, and then we're going to take the band away. Draw your chin to your chest and roll yourself up to sitting. Flip over to all fours. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. Just here. And we're going to start with one deep abdominal, almost just to let the legs recover for a moment. You need to tuck your toes under, slide the shoulders down and back, draw your belly button in, and then just hover your knees an inch or two up off the mat. Really hollow the abdominals, getting a big pelvic floor lift, really carving everything out. Inhale, lower the knees back down to the mat. Exhale, as the breath leaves you, just really hollow and scoop out those abdominals, lift the pelvic floor, everything's kind of pulling up under your rib cage. Inhale, lower the knees back down, fill the lungs. Exhale, let the breath leave you and leave that vacuum behind through the core. Pelvic floor lifting up as well. Inhale to lower. Last one, exhale, hover the knees up, scoop and hollow the abdominals, stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the knees down, come down to your elbows and stretch your right leg. Try to lift your lower back. Press the mat away with the elbows, lift your head so you're looking off the end of the mat. We're going to sweep the leg around to the side and circle it around. Sweep up and around. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the foot back to the center line. Just go straight up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5. So long, strong leg, really reaching through the toes. Squeeze the glute at the top. 3, 2, hold the leg up, bend the knee, point the toe to the ceiling, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the knees together, then stretch the leg all the way straight. Knees come down together, knees together, then extend the leg. 4 more here, down and reach. Knee to mat, toe to ceiling. 3, 2, think about your upper body, just pressing that mat away, lifting the head. Hold the last one, stretch a little higher, stretch a little longer, and then slowly resist gravity as that foot comes all the way down to that. Draw your right knee in. We're going to change legs, going straight into the other side. Starting with our circles. Sweep to the left, up and around. Sweep it around. Stay here for 4, 3, leg like a chopstick, no bend in the knee. 2, and 1. Foot comes back to that center line, and we lift straight up, straight down. Keep the lower back lifting. Keep the belly button pulled in tight to support that lower back. Stay there for 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the next one up, bend your knee, point the toe to the ceiling, lift your ribs up and away, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, try to poke holes in the ceiling with that toe, get it really high. 3, 2, and 1, breathe in, drop the knee down to the mat, breathe out, extend the leg out, toe reaching to the top of the wall behind you, bend and extend. Stay here for 6, and 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend and hold. Lift that leg high and then slowly lower the leg back down to the mat and drag your knees in. Sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, rest your head, and take a big breath. Let it go. Okay, change position. Coming to sitting, and I want you to grab your loop and place the loop around your hands. Your thumbs are kind of outside of that loop, your fingers through the center, back to your hands, kind of stretching into that loop. So we sit up as tall and straight as you can. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears and breathe out. Tilt the pelvis, scoop your abdominals, round your spine until you're into a deep C curve. So small letter C through the abdominals, through the front of the torso, big letter C through the back. Stretch your band as you go down an inch. Inhale, lift up an inch. Stretch and lift. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, again, gathering to the abdominals a little tighter. Think about your rib to hip connection, belly button pulled in. Last 2, hold the last one. I want you to twist to the left, come to the center, twist to the right, come to the center, twist left, shoulders facing the band. Turn the shoulders as well as the arms. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Now lift the arms right up to the ears. Inhale, lower them back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, stretch that loop a little further. Last 2, and down, and 1. Take the hands down, quick stretch, sit up tall. And then breathe out, tilt the pelvis, scoop the belly, round your spine. But this time I want you to come on onto your tiptoes. So lift your heels up, come down an inch, and up an inch. Tuck, and lift. Stay there for 6, and 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. We're going to turn to the left, shoulders face the band. Just do 4, 3, down an inch, up an inch. 2, 1. Back to the center, twist to the right. 4 here. 4, 3. Make each one count. 2, not rushing through them. 1, come back to the center. And again, we just stretch everything out. Take a deep breath in, just let your feet come flat. And then breathing out one last time. Tilt the pelvis, scoop the belly around the spine. Again, we're gonna come up onto those toes. Just a little less stability on the toes. Turn to your left. Lift your arms over your head. Exhale, inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Stretching that loop. Last 1, and down, go straight to the right. Shoulders face the band. Shoulders facing that corner of the room. Lift and lower. Up and down for 3, 2, holding that scoop. Hold the last one up. Take the hands back to the center. Last set, twist. We're going straight from one side to the other. From the left, up and over to the right. Staying here for 8, 7, try to keep your C curve, tilt the pelvis. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands back to the knees and stretch out your back. Big inhale. Good. Now just go scoot yourself forward slightly. I want you to get your band around your feet and come into a balance. Just tucking your knees into your chest, holding that loop almost like reins of a horse. Round your spine, we're gonna roll back to your shoulders and then up to your balance. Hold there, scoop, roll back to your shoulders and up into your balance. Last one, back to the shoulders, up to the balance, and then try to extend your legs, pulling that band, tucking your elbows in towards each other, and then just slowly lower your feet down to the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Grab your band a little shorter, a little closer to your feet. Straighten up your back, shoulders away from the ears. Just do little pulls. 8, 7, feel the shoulder blades come together, working into your upper back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's take the band away. Flip onto your side. Prop your head up onto your elbow. Bend your knee of your lower leg. Top leg is straight. Take your hands to your hips. Just make sure your hips are stacked one on top of the other, that the core muscles are turned on, and start lifting the leg up and down. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Nice long neck. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes back in line with the hip. And now we're going to do a bicycle pedal with that leg. Heel, knee, and hip all in a line. Don't let that foot sink down towards the floor. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend and hold. Now turn your toes down. Relax your shoulders. Lift the heel up and down. Toes kind of internally rotated. Toes pointing down towards the floor. Stay here for 5, 4. Try to get that leg as high as you can. Look down the body. The heel and the hip should be in a line. Last 2. Hold it up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg. Switch your rotation on the leg. I want your toes turned out. Lift your kneecap or the quad muscle working. Lift and lower. Up and down. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Try to pull that leg slightly back. Turn the toes out a little bit more. Pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then point the toes. Circle the leg. Big circle. Hold at the top. 3 more. Circle and hold. Last 2, sweeping around, and 1. Sweep around, hold at the top. 4 the other way. Check your alignment, check your length through the spine. Circle leg back, up and around, hold. 3, up and hold. Last 2, hold. 1 more, hold that leg up, and then just slowly let the leg come all the way down to the mat. Just bend your top knee, pat out any tension through the top hip. Extend your lower leg, and let's actually lift the lower leg up and down. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, drop that leg down. Reach your arms out to the sides, out into a T. Try to get the backs of your hands. Try to keep that knee stuck to the mat in front of you. And take the hand behind you. Try to keep one finger touching the mat. Circle the arm all the way around. Good. 1 more circle in this direction. Reach the hand behind us. Stretch through the fingertips. 2 circles the other way. Sweeping down past the leg. Pass the arm over your head, looking over the shoulders. The hand reaches behind. 1 more big circle. And hold there. Now close your hands together like a book, just up to the ceiling, and then down to the front. Now before we change sides, we're going to do a quick side plank variation. I want you to come up onto your elbow. Bend the knee of your lower leg. Keep your top leg straight and lift the hips, lift the hand. Fingertips up to the ceiling, shoulder over the hand. I want you to reach that arm up to your ear, lift the hips even higher, and then inhale, lower the hips down. Exhale, lift and lower. Now if you want to advance this, slide that lower leg just behind the front leg. So the toes of the back leg are touching the heel of the front leg. Stay here for 4 and 3. Press into your fist, press into that elbow, really press the mat away. Hold the last one up, get the hips high, try to roll that top hip forward slightly. Tuck the hand through the body, then to the ceiling, down and up for 3. Keep the hips high, imagine a sling under that waist holding you up. Last one, up and hold, and then slowly, gently drop the hips down to the mat. Take your knees forward, the elbow that was on the mat reaches over your head, so we stretch out that oblique in the lower side of the waist. Okay, spin yourselves around, starting the whole thing over on the other side. Prop your head up, bottom knee is bent, foot flexed, foot parallel to the floor, heel, knee, and hip in a line, core strong. Lift the leg up and down. Lift and lower. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the foot back in line with hip, bicycle pedals. 5, 4, 3, 2. Try to stabilize the core. Last one, reverse. 5 the other way, backwards pedal. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg back out. Turn the toes down. Lead with your heel. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. 6 more. And 5. Really lengthen through that heel. Again, get the quad muscle working the front of the leg as well as the side of the leg. Your glutes working as well. Last 2. Hold the last one up. Really turn those toes down. Pulse up at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, turn your toes out. Reverse the rotation, so toes above the heel. Lift and lower. Now look down on your body. Make sure the heel, the knee, the hip, the shoulders, and the head are all in a line. So we're not letting that foot creep forward. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up. Lift a little higher, rotate out a little further, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now point that toe, circle the leg forward, down, sweep behind you, and hold at the top. Circle forward, down, back, and freeze. 2 more. So keep the core strong, maybe even taking your hands to your lower abdominals. Make sure there's no movement through the lower abdominals, through your lower back. 1 more circle forward, all the way around, and hold. Stretch the leg a little longer. Lengthen your upper body. Reverse your circles 4 the other way. Stopping at the top each time, completing that perfect circle, long straight leg and freeze. 2 more, sweep it back, down, up and hold. Last one, back, down, around and hold. And then lower the leg down, just drop the top knee forward. Extend your lower leg out, lift the lower leg up and down. In there, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower leg comes down, arms reach out into a T. Try to keep that front knee anchored down to the mat as you reach the fingertips of the back hand to the floor behind you. Then circle that back arm over your head, past the hand, past the leg. Again, looking over the shoulders, it reaches to the wall behind you. 1 more big circle in this direction. And sweep along the floor. Reach the hand behind, stretch the arms a little longer, and then reverse your circles. 2 big circles the other way. Grazing along the floor. Imagine you're holding a heavy bowling ball in that hand, keeping it close to the floor. Hold the last one, reach that arm behind you, and then lift that hand up to the ceiling. Close your arms back together like a book, and then pull your knees together. Come up onto your elbow. Make sure the elbow is right under that shoulder. Make a fist with your hand and really press the fist into the mat. You're going to keep the bottom knee bent to start. Top leg is straight. Wrap the hands around the waist and lift your hips up. And lift that hand up to the ceiling. Press into the elbow. Squeeze the glutes a little bit to take the hips forward. And then reach the arm overhead and then drop down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more before we take that bottom knee away. Last one, so you can slide that knee away, toe touches the heel of the front leg. Keep going. 5 and 4. Last 3, 2. Hold this next one up. Reach the hand to the ceiling. Look up at that hand, then tuck the hand through and up, down and up. For 3, 2, and lift. Last one, lift and hold, and then gently, slowly drop the hips down to the mat. Swing your knees forward. Take the arm that was on the mat up over your head and stretch here. Good. Okay, just flip yourself around. I want your fingertips pointing in towards your hips. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to bend your elbows, pull the elbows in towards each other, and then extend the arms. First set, we keep the hips on the mat. You can always come back to this position if you need to modify. Let's aim for 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Extend and hold. Now lift the hips up, zip the core tight, bend and extend for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Now lift your right knee up. If you want to keep adding on a little more challenge, 6 here. 6, 5, 4, 3. Make sure those elbows are bending, not just dropping the hips. Last one, hold. Drop the right foot, lift the hips a touch higher. Left knee comes up 6 times with the left knee up. 6, 5. Try to pull your elbows in towards each other. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the foot down, lift the hips a little higher. And 1 more set with both feet on the mat for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to drop your hips, stretch your legs out. Straight arms and try to lift your hips up into a reverse plank. Look to the ceiling. Inhale, lower the hips back down. Press up out of those shoulders, lift the hips up. Body like a plank. Inhale down. 2 more. Exhale, lift the hips. Press into the heels of the palms. Inhale slowly down. Take some pressure off those wrists. Last one. Hips high. Lift up and hold for 3, 2, and 1. And drop the hips down. Sweep your hands up over your head. Pull your right elbow in. Lift your chin up. Take your left hand and try to touch the fingertips together behind your back. Try to, if you can, wrap those fingertips around each other as you sit tall. Now release the fingertips, switch arms. So first we take that right hand to help you pull your left elbow and lift your chin up. Then take the right hand, sliding up the middle of your back, trying to connect to those fingertips. Sitting up as tall as you can. Hold there. And just release the hands. I want you to grab your loop once again. Get the loop around both feet, right up around your knees. Flip over onto your front and come down to your mat. Reach your hands out to the corners of the mat. Take your feet out to the corners of the mat. Turn your toes out, slightly draw your heels in towards each other. Scoop the belly button up and away. And lift the right arm and your left leg. And then switch, left arm, right leg. Switch, chest stays high, looking off the end of the mat, kind of to the bottom of the wall in front of you. Stay there for 8, 7. Keep stretching the legs wide into that loop. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let everything come down. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift both hands, both legs. Stretch the fingers, stretch the toes, stretch that band, that loop a little wider, and add a quick flutter. Staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Stretch a little longer, lift a little higher. One more step. 8, 7, really kick those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let everything come down. Keep your feet on the mat. Lift your chest. Pull your elbows into a W shape. Fingertips above your elbows. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in, lift the fingertips. Inhale, lower. 4 more times there. Lift the chest, pull the elbows in, cinch the shoulder blades together. Last 2, lift, hold, and down. 1 more, chest up, elbows close to the mat, fingertips pointing up towards your shoulders, and then lower everything down to the mat. Tuck your hands along your sides. And we're gonna lift the legs, lift the chest, rotate the arms so the pinkies are pointing up to the ceiling, shoulder blades together. Inhale down. Exhale, lift the chest, turn the arms, shoulder blades together, stretch the fingertips, stretch the toes. Inhale down. 3 more. Lift, hold, squeeze, and release. Keep the core strong. Lift, hold, squeeze. Draw the belly button up and away. Last one. Lift, hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower the chest. Lower the legs. Take your hands under the shoulders. Actually, let's just take your hands one on top of the other. Knees out to the edge of the mat, heels together, belly button scooped, and lift your knees up and down. Stretching that loop with those knees wide. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Squeeze the heels tight. Press the knees wide, and then drop your knees down to the mat. Hands under your shoulders, and sit back onto your heels. Just stretching out your back. Stretch out the arms. Rest your head. Good. Now come to sitting. Let's remove your loop. I'm going to flip back over onto your front. And we're going to come up into a high plank. So shoulders over the hands. Lift your knees up. Squeeze the inner thighs together. I want connection between the legs. Lift your head. Point your toes on your right foot. Lift it up and down for 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up and just rock it slightly forward and back. Forward and back. Last 2 and back. 1. Back and hold. Drop the right foot. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Lift your head. Point the left toe. Lift up and down for 4. Foot doesn't go much higher than the hip. Last 2. Hold the last one. Rock onto the toes. Back onto the balls of the feet. Rock forward and back. For 3, 2. Last 1, tuck those toes under, zip the core a little tighter. Now take your right foot and drop it under your body. Take your right knee to the outside of the right arm. Slide your left leg back. Look at the ceiling, open up the shoulders, take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, just drop your chest down to the mat, elbows wide, and just sink down over that right leg. Good. And lift your chest, walk your hands back towards your feet. Uncross your right leg, come back into your high plank, and just hold that plank for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then take your left foot under the body, left knee to the outside of the left arm. Slide your right leg back, look up to the ceiling. Inhale to hold, and exhale, drop down to your elbows, down to your chest, coming as low as you can. Sinking into the mat. Maybe inch your straight leg a little further back. Like somebody's dragging you back by that right leg. Good. And lift your chest. Walk your hands back. Uncross the legs. Come into a ballet stretch. So legs out to your sides, toes point up to the ceiling. A little bit of movement side to side. Just think about wriggling, lengthening through the crown of the head, and then sweeping the hands, circling the arms, 2 circles each way. Reverse your circles 2 the other way. And then both hands come reaching down, one leg chest turn towards that knee, reaching towards the ankle, pulling the toes in, and then turn the torso, turn the rib cage, take the right elbow to the inside of that right knee, or whichever side you're on. Reach the other arm over your head, and then inhale, turn the chest towards the opposite leg, slide your hands down towards the ankle, keep the opposite sit bone down on the mat. Hold there. Just notice one leg is a little tighter than the other. Then turn the torso. Elbow comes to the inside of the leg. Reach the arm over your head. Lovely stretch there. And then take the hands back. And last one, we just sweep your hand, just sliding along the floor. Out in front of you, then out to the sides, reaching towards those feet, dropping the chest as low as you can as you kind of roll those knees out, roll the toes out. And come back to the center. Sweep your legs back together. Flip yourself to all fours. Drop your chin, round your spine. Nice big cat stretch. And then tuck your toes. Lift your knees up. Press into your heels. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head hang for a moment. Just gently nodding the head. Shake the head side to side. Soften your knees. Scoop your abdominals in and roll yourself back to standing. Just realigning your spine. Shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, reach the fingertips as you come up into balance. Narrow the waist, squeeze the glutes. Reach your arms out to the side and lace the fingers behind the back. Big stretch here. And then shake everything out. Great. Well done, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. So we don't have an afternoon session today, but we're back tomorrow morning with another 45 minutes Pilates session. And tomorrow afternoon, we've got a 30-minute advanced session. So keep posted, see what's going on, and check back again soon. Bye.